Guys, you see this? It's way worse in the daylight than it is at night. Oh my goodness. Someone hit my car. Ugh. See that? They're coming from straight. I cannot believe this. My poor car. This is why you don't drive fast on icy roads.
Hi everyone, and welcome to another week of Essentially Shyla. My name is Shyla, and I'm coming from you from Cheyenne, Wyoming. As you would have seen earlier in the video, I've had a very interesting week, to say the least. Tuesday night, we were eating dinner, and someone decided to run into my car for no apparent reason besides that they're a terrible driver and they're probably texting and driving, which you should not do. And my car took the brunt of it. So, I'm sorry. My throat's still a little sore from catching a cold last week, so I am dealing with insurance right now. Thankfully, I have like the world's greatest insurance, USAA, so they're pretty accommodating right now. And I just picked up my first rental for the day, hoping to get in a minivan so I don't have to drive a truck. But yeah, this is the second time my car has been hit. And I wasn't in the car when the second time it happened on Tuesday. 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, my car was hit when I was driving across the highway over here, which is not really a highway, it's like kind of in town almost. And going across it, and some guy was coming down the bridge that comes over the train tracks and slid right into me. So I'll put a picture of that and what it looks like now. And that accident wasn't very bad. I was able to drive away, but it happened right before Christmas, and I was hit hard enough to where I had to replace the car seats. So doing that right before Christmas was not fun, but luckily I had my babysitting job, which helped pay for that. So, yeah, the car seats I have now won't need to be replaced because I bought them. So if I ever got into another low impact crash, I wouldn't have to replace them right away at all. So my car seats are good. Car seats are not cheap, and if anyone knows me, I am a car seat enthusiast. I take safety of my kids seriously, so I rephrased my youngest daughter, little Miss A, until she was 4. So she's tiny, and she barely weighs 30 pounds right now. She's probably about 35 now. So there's a reason why I took that seriously, and I'll probably do the same with baby E, even though he's 25 pounds now. And Miss O is still in a 5-point harness car seat, so she'll be going into a booster seat when she turns 8 later this year, so she's excited about that. Anyways, so yeah, that's the adventures of my life right now. On Friday night, I was able to go to the ballet. I wasn't able to take any videos because where I was sitting, there was a glass right in front of where we were sitting, and there's one on the bottom, which makes sense because it's like a balcony. And then like a foot above it is this another piece of glass, which like cut off what we were able to see. So we didn't get the best view, but it was still a lot of fun. The Cinderella for the ballet is a lot more different than what you see in a Disney movie, which is, of course, makes sense, but they changed it a little bit, like when Cinderella was, what was she doing? Oh, she was about to be transformed into her her ball gown. Was it 4 fairies? Yeah, each fairy had a different season, so they're all dressed in different colors, and then each fairy had little tiny fairies dancing around them, and then mice came out. So it was interesting, but I really liked the end of it when Cinderella and Prince Charming were dancing. That was a lot of fun, and you could tell those dancers were just worn out. It was like a 2.5 hour show, so um, I bet they were tired after that. But it was a lot of fun. I don't know if I would go again. I'm not really into that type of thing, but it was a lot of fun for my first experience, and I might take my girls to it when they get older. But yeah, it's an interesting week. I've been knitting away like crazy, um, trying to get all my baby stuff presents done for my sister's baby shower, which is next week. Which is another reason why my accident didn't happen at the best time, because my car is big enough to pick up my 2 younger sisters and my brother and my mom as we're going down to Oklahoma. So I'm like, well, either I can take my rental out of state and they won't care about the mileage, or I, can't. So I was like, oh, I'll end up probably taking my husband's car, which he has a Fiat, and I'm able to have 3 big car seats in that car, but they're squished together, and baby E has to be in the middle. So trying to put a baby in the middle who's still rear facing is not fun. So that's why I was pushing for my rental company to get me a minivan, something big. I didn't want an SUV. Like, I have an SUV, but it's not like a big giant SUV like a Suburban or a Yukon. Like I like to call mine a compact SUV because even though it's got 3 rows of seats, it's still not giant. So I was like, I am not driving a Suburban, and they only authorized me for a mid-size sedan type car, and I was like, well, if it comes to that, I'll take it, but I'd prefer a minivan because at least it's easier to get the kids in and out of, and we'll see if my car gets totaled out or not, because we did have a couple more years left on it, but the damage to the hood is a lot more significant than last time, and last time I did have frame damage underneath, so yeah, well, we shall see. They picked it up yesterday to take it down to Colorado to look at, so hopefully I'll hear something on Monday or Tuesday. Anyways, let's move on to why you're really here. Enough about my drama of the week, because even though that happened to me, I'm not even stressed. It's just a car, but I'm lucky I did notice it because I was passing by this front window behind me, because baby E did not want to eat fish tacos that night, so I made him oatmeal. And I was like, are we expecting company? There's like headlight in front of our front house over here, and I opened the window. I'm like, oh my god, Justin, someone just ran into my car again. I was freaking out. He's like, calm down. He's like, just go feed the baby and I'll take care of it. So he's a lot more calmer than me, but I would have been freaking out if I had to deal with that. So, oh my goodness. Anyways, I am drinking some Brody's Scottish Tea Time tea. It's my favorite tea, and I put some honey in it and some almond milk, and it's delicious. I ran out of honey last week, and anyone knows me, I love honey. I'm like obsessed with it, and I put just regular sugar in my tea, and I'm like, no, I need my honey. And I was going to the bread store, and I got the last honey, and it was honey made in Wyoming. It had a little sticker in it. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Anyways, I've got one finished object for the week, which is still damp, still drying, and it's my PRPM cardigan. I keep saying that wrong, I know it. But look at the little buttons, and I'll insert a picture too, so you can see it in better lighting than this. It's, even though it's like super bright outside, it's at the best right here because the sun has moved to the back. But as it's drying, you can totally tell the difference in the two balls that I got. It's not significant, but I washed it in some wool wash, and it's like a jasmine smell, and it's I love the smell. So if she doesn't like it, I'll give her my non-scented one, my Eucalyptus wool wash. But that's my only finished object for this week, and I've been knitting away and away on that Sleeping Cedars pattern, and I'm almost done with that. Another night of just straight knitting and I'll be done. But anyways, on Tuesday night I couldn't bring myself to knit at all, and I finished the fish lips kiss heel on my sock. I was like, I need to do something for me because there's no way I can really focus on knitting, and this was something I could just put down real quick. But I've started on the bottom. I'll probably do 4.5 inches on this bottom heel because I've got small feet, and we'll see. I might be able to make another sock, 2 pairs of socks out of this. So yeah, not much going on this week besides I've been trying to split my time between sewing my sister's quilt and knitting for my sister and the presents that I need to finish. So I only have 2 work in progresses this week, so that's fine. Once I get done with this, I can finally just knit for me and finish my projects, which I do have. I lied. I do have 3 work in progresses, but this is the Sleeping Cedars pattern. And I don't have any show notes today because I was running around dealing with rental stuff, so I forgot. This is how far I am. I'm pretty much done with the bottom. So you can see up here is the border for the top part of it, and I've started on right here between these 2 rubber bands, which are my stitch markers for the cedar tree part, which you can kind of see right there. And I thought this was going to be more difficult getting to this part, so I've never really done a pattern like this where it has the yarn overs in it, and it's not that hard. I just take it one row at a time, and I can read grids, so it's got a grid and it's got it written out, but it's a lot of fun. You do, I think if I know anyone else who else is having a baby, I'll probably make this again. I'm on the second ball. I did alternate skeins towards the end of the first ball, and I think I did it. Here it is. Yeah, I started it right about here. Started alternating skeins just in case there's a slight difference in the skeins, but I can't really tell. But I also did it at night, so and I'm knitting this on size 5. Is it size 5? Yes, size US 5 3.75 millimeter needles on 24-inch cable, and I thought it was going to be too small, but as it widened out, it's fitting perfectly. So it should be interesting because once you get to towards the neckline, or I guess once you get done with the tree part of the pattern, you have to split it. So work in the front, then you got to work on the back, and then kind of connect at the top. So that should be interesting. I've never done a pattern like that, so I'm honestly just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just do it. But my husband, he'll just roll his eyes. He's like, I know. Yeah, I know you have no idea what you're doing. He knows me very well. I'm just a hot mess most of the time. Anyways, here's my knit along that I'm doing. Cardigan. Shoot. It's a anaphatic pattern. I can't think of the name because I haven't worked on it in like a week almost. Oh, What is it called? Oh, darn it. I'll think of it. I know it's a cardigan. Rosemont. Rosemont cardigan. Oh, and I've split for the sleeves, and I need to try it on, which was my goal to do earlier this week, but I totally just forgot it. But anyways, this is I'm done with the colorwork patterning. Isn't it so cool? And I didn't see how the top part's got the gray in it? I didn't do it for the bottom. I don't know why. I think I was just done with colorwork at that point. I'm glad I just chose to do a portion of it, but I'm doing this in the 41.5 size, and I need to try it on to see how it fits, because my bust is 39.5, and I know it'll be fine, but I don't know since I've done the color work if it's tightened up a little bit, and if it is tight. I live on the dangerous side, and I'm like, I'm not ripping all those out. Just have to deal with it. So I split for the sleeves, and I didn't continue it on because I worked on it at knit night on Monday night, and I kind of stopped working on it because I was like, you know what, I can't continue on with this. I need to try it on to see how it fits, but I think it'll fit fine. Honestly, it looks a little small in the needles, but it is scrunched up because I'm using size 8 on a 24-inch cable needle, and it's a 5mm needle. So I'll probably pick this up when I'm in Oklahoma, and I'll knit on this or my Tucker sweater, because I really want my Tucker sweater more than this, but I kind of want this at the same time, so that'll be fun to choose. So I'm almost done with the sleeveless cedars, and I'm getting close to this end of the second ball. That's how much I have left. And I hand wind all my balls of yarn that I don't get from the yarn store, and it's a center pole, which I made a mess of that one the first time, so I've got to wind up my last one tonight. And this too, these two, which I'll start on a hat probably tomorrow. And I am in love with Quince & Company. Like, it doesn't feel like wool yarn when I'm working on it, and I'm very surprised, like, because I've used other wool yarns, obviously, and, like, even with the Cascade Eco wool, it feels like wool. Like, it's a little scratchy, which is fine, doesn't bother me. And, but this, like, I haven't worked with this yet, but it still feels super soft. But this, I'm not gonna lie, this doesn't feel like wool. It feels something like it's a superwash. I love it. I am going to be ordering more yarn. And I've got my next 3 patterns picked out. I'm super excited. Which I'll share in a second. Let me take another tea break because my nose is drained down my throat, which is feeling really weird. I've been really cold the last couple days. And I was swearing to my husband, like, it's going to snow. Like, last night was so cold. So I've been wearing this nice blanket scarf that I got in, I don't know where I got it. I've been wearing it all day. And yesterday was library day, so I was freezing. I really didn't want to leave the house, but I did because we've been locked up in the house for like 2 weeks, it seems like. And I was ready to get out of the house. I was like, even though I don't feel like it, I'm just gonna do it anyways. So I wanted to talk about some projects that I'm really I can't wait to do. Like, I can tell it's getting really. We've had a really warm winter, which is weird for Wyoming because it's probably in the 40s right now, and it's weird. Like, I'm used to like 20s in January, and I'm not complaining. But if you're gonna live in Wyoming, anywhere where it snows, you've got to expect just like it's gonna be cold for a while. So I'm kind of worried it's going to be another dry summer and dealing with fire hazards. Oh, anyways, I ordered more yarn from, I don't know where I got it from. I ordered more yarn for my shirt that I'm working on. Well, not working on, that I'm about to work on from, can't even remember what it's called. Oh, it's tangled up, sorry. Ordered more of this yarn. And I got 2. But I want to make this like sweater. Let me bring it up real quick so I can know the name of it. And I would have enough in my size to make it, but I wanted it to be large because I like kind of bigger, flowy shirts that I can wear with leggings. Because I'm the type of person who won't wear leggings unless the shirt is big. So it's like covering my butt a little bit. I'm weird like that. It's just something that I kind of like. My girls can't wear leggings unless they have a bigger shirt over it, kind of thing. Anyways, so yeah, the shirt I want to make is Pasture by Annie Roden, and I wanted to make. Sorry, I'm like leaning forward and get a view of my forehead. I'm gonna need at least like where is it? Darn it! I just went back. Anyways, I'm gonna need over 1,000 yards of this color. So I've ordered from my local yarn store, Meadowlark Yarns, a pink color to kind of match these pops of pink. And I can't remember what kind of yarn it was that I ordered. I know it's fingering weight, but it's a pink, and it's a pretty pink. So I'm hoping it'll go together. If not, oh well, I'm just going to use it anyways. And I don't care, it's variegated yarn. I think it's going to be a pretty shirt, but I ordered more of this. So I've got that coming in the mail. And then I'm staring at my Life in the Long Grass yarn, and I was going to do socks with this. And I'm like, this is such pretty yarn that I do not want to use it as socks. Like, there's just no way. It's so pretty. And I'm like, it'd make really neat socks. I won't lie. But there's like 460 yards of it. So I was like, I'm going to make a shawl out of this. And I've never made a shawl before. So that's going to be my next project that I cast on after my cardigan and my sweater. And I'm going to do the Cherry Blossom Shawl by Francois Danoy. And I think it'll go perfect with this yarn because it's got the pinks and the like purples in it. It kind of reminds people of cherry blossoms. And I love cherry blossoms. They're so pretty. So I think that'll make a lovely shawl because it takes up to 400, between 400 and 437 yards. So I'll definitely have enough. And I think it'll be pretty. I hope this is the right weight. Yep, fingering. Sorry. When I look at stuff, I don't really look at the yarn weight, but I think I did last night. I just forgot. So I'm excited for that. And my next project after that is I'm going to do the Pasture sweater thing. And then after that is going to be Stay the Same by Vera Valimaki. And I think I might either use Quince & Company for it or my yarn store Just Dot in Sweet Georgia. So I might go and look there and see what kind of colors I want to do. I kind of want to do a gray and a pop of color. I say that because I have lots of color in my wardrobe, as you can tell. Well, this looks like it's a bright blue shirt, but it's not. It's like a denim shirt with polka dots on it. And I got it on sale at Target for $10, and it was like a $30 shirt. So and it's an extra large. So as you can tell, I like really not. I go between loose shirts and fitted. Doesn't bother me. It's whatever I'm in the mood for. Especially girls, if you know you're on one of your time of the month things, you need kind of baggy shirts. But I have so much going on. I don't have a lot to share this week just because I've been so busy, and then plus dealing with the car, which is not fun. And it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. And thankfully, I have such good insurance that they're paying for my rental, but not my. If I upgrade, they're not paying for that. It's just like $11 a day out of pocket, so it's not bad. I just don't know if they're going to be able to fix it or not. And if they're not, then they'll write it off, which is fine. I kind of wanted a car, but I kind of don't. I'm kind of attached to my car, and my husband's like, just get the same car. And I'm like, no, why would I get the same car? I don't know. Why would you do that? I know some people might, but I'm not one of those people who wants the same of everything. I like change. I kind of want a minivan, but I kind of don't. So I haven't really looked at cars just because I don't want to get my hopes up. I don't want to get like attached to a car that I'm like, oh, this is the perfect car, you know. But I also don't want to pay the deductible because the girl who ran into my car didn't have insurance. So she either has current insurance or didn't have the insurance proof of insurance on her. So if she doesn't have insurance, I'm going to pay the deductible. But if she does have insurance, her insurance will pay it. So I'm like, great, that's like more money. And I kind of want to save up so I can go to Interweave Fest in Longmont, Colorado? Yeah, I want to hit up the marketplace. And that's at the end of March. And it's like near my birthday. So that'd be a lot of fun just to save up money for that and just go shopping for some yarn. I told my husband, I'm like, I just want to order all the yarn, but he won't let me because I can get kind of crazy collecting things. But yeah, not much is going on. I don't have anything really to talk about, and this is already about 30 minutes long. So I was going to show you my daughter's blanket that I made 2 years ago, but I totally didn't get it out, so next time. And then I'll show you my son's blankets. This time he's sleeping, and thankfully, because he was up really early this morning, I'm like, go back to bed. I didn't sleep very well. So, anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna get back to what was I doing? Cutting fabric. I'm cutting out squares right now and prepping them for the quilt to sew up. And then later on, I need to go to the fabric store and get the backing for the quilt. Because I already have what is it called? The batting for the blanket already. I got that a while ago, and I just never got the back of it. So I need to go look at fabric for that. And I need to see if I can get some, what is it called? Fusible fabric? What is it called? Anyways, because I want to make myself some project bags. My son is getting into my stuff a lot, so I need to get bags for them and put them in places where he can't get to them because he has been very adventurous this week. So, yeah. I'm kind of in a crafty kick right now, and it doesn't even bother me that I'm crazy busy right now. I still have to make 2 more knitting projects on top of the 2 I'm working on right now. So, yeah, it's been crazy. Oh, speaking of crafting, I don't know if I'll be able to film next week. If I do, I'll squeeze it on Thursday and post it on Friday. Because today is Friday. I usually record on Fridays, put it on YouTube on Saturday morning. Because it takes all night to encode it onto my computer and only a couple hours to upload it. So I'll maybe record on Thursday and show you my finished projects. And put it on Friday. I don't leave until, when am I going to leave? 9 or 10, so I should be able to get that done. And then I'll be back for the Friday after that, way before. It's just a weekend trip without any kids, in a minivan, with my crazy siblings and mother. It's going to be fun. Sorry, my husband's texting me. Speaking of husband, he gave himself a concussion. I was putting car seats into the truck, and he was helping me, and he went to the other side, and on the street that I've got my car parked on, the side, is covered in ice, and he slipped and fell on the ice, hit his head on the bank of snow that's leaning over the to the street. What is it called? Not the sidewalk. I guess it would be the sidewalk. Anyways, he hit his head, basically, and his back and his butt. He fell hard, and he said he's been dizzy, and I'm like, no driving until your head feels better, so I'm going to have to pick him up later. So, yeah. Hopefully he's doing okay. I let him drive to work, thinking he's like, oh, I'm fine, I barely hit my head. No, he hit his head hard, and I'm like, yeah, you gave yourself a concussion. Good job. Anyways, what are you guys working on right now? I know it's kind of, I don't know about everyone else, but it is still kind of chilly here, so my mind is still on socks and sweaters, because let's be honest, it's not going to get warmer until probably like late May. So I'm like, let's knit all the things for me. My kids do want socks, but they're gonna have to wait. That'll probably be Christmas presents for them. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, Ravelry group. Thank you, because I forgot to mention this last time. Thank you for everyone who's joined, who's asked some questions. And everyone who's been watching on here, if you're new, thank you for giving my show a try. I know it's not much, but I figured there's all these people doing it around the world, and I don't really know of anyone who's doing a podcast from Wyoming, so thought that would be fun. I will include some, as the episodes go by, some shots around Wyoming. And I might do some in the yarn shops here. Haven't really been to the one to UCount yet. Just because I've been so busy. And I'm probably going to get busier as time goes on. It's what it is, whatever. It's my life. My life is centered around kids and homeschooling, so I do knit at my free time, which is not much time right now. I still make it work. So yeah, I'll just include shots from Wyoming. Wyoming is not very big. It is the capital of the state, but people don't realize Wyoming is the least populated state of all 50 states in the U.S. So it's a lot smaller, but I still like it. It's taken me a while. I'm not gonna lie. When you move from Italy to Wyoming, you're like, this is lame, but it's not lame. It's got a more small town feel to it, and as long as you have good friends around you, it doesn't matter where you live. Oh gosh, my nose is running. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to sniffle on camera, but I keep doing it because it's habit. The tissues across on the other side. I'm like in the middle of the room, being lazy. I can't believe I was able to do this in one shot. This is amazing. My hair is acting crazy today. I didn't take a shower. Ugh. Probs. First world probs. How's that look? Anyways, thank you guys for watching. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. You can ask them on here underneath. I do put show notes in the down bar if you're watching on YouTube. And then I put them on the Ravelry group. I was going to put them on my blog, but I haven't touched my blog in a while. And I was having issues with it a month ago. So we'll see if it comes to that. And I'm hoping to get a new camera. I thought it was going to be sooner than this, but since the issue with my car, it might be a while. So, yeah. Life. Anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I'm rambling, and my daughter probably wants to get back on the computer because she started a new reading program. Harder one. It's the same reading program, but it's a next level. She was having issues reading this morning, so as soon as she moved to Minecraft, because she plays a lot of Minecraft, she's like, I can read, I can spell, and I'm like, where was this earlier? We were getting so frustrated with the reading, and oh my goodness, yeah, kids. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend filled with lots of yarn and knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever you do. I will see you guys again next week, either on Friday or Saturday. We'll see how it goes. If not, it'll be the week after. Anyways, ciao.